How you doing? Mr. DJ's back. Let me play around with this autofocus just a little bit. See if I can bring the focus in just about right. How you doing? Mr. DJ's back. Took a couple of nights off. The other night, well, last night I updated the computer to Windows 10. From Windows 8 to Windows 10. That took about, gosh, dog, that took over 3 hours. And then I had to update my video cam. Put a new driver in from the Logitech, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Logitech website. So I had to do a lot of stuff the last couple of nights, but I'm glad to be back on playing the videos for you. Going back to the 60s now, mate. 60s YouTube channel, outsourcing Billboard's Hot 100, December 31st, the last week. 1966. Let me bring it up real quick. Got the actual Billboard Hot 100. Let me bring it up. Magazine archives. Guess what song debuted at number 100 that week? You will not believe it, considering how big this song got. Give Me Some Lovin' by the Spencer Davis Group featuring Steve Winwood, a teenager named Steve Winwood on lead vocals, debuting at number 100. So Kind of a Drag by the Buckinghams making a debut at number 90. 1967 would be a big year for the Buckinghams. Kind of a Drag and Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Susan was oh God, I love Susan by the Buckinghams. And Don't You Care in the spring of 67. Are You Lonely for Me by Freddie Scott, some great soul music. But the song I want to talk about, and going into a Lost 45, and if I could find the thing, look at Granny Run Run by Howard Tate at number 87, up from 92, debuted at 92 the week before, up to 87. This is some sophisticated soul music. This song sounds a little bit kind of reminiscent of Mustang Sally by Wilson Pickett, but somehow this song sounds smoother. It just sounds maybe a little bit more, more into the future, late 60s, early 70s, as opposed to 1966. Howard Tate moved to Philadelphia when he was real young. When he was a teenager, he joined a gospel band, and that gospel band, he got a break. A guy named Garnett Mims was in that band, that gospel band. Of course, Garnett Mims had that group, Garnett Mims and the Enchanters. They had a huge hit, Cry Baby, back in the early 60s. I think it was either 61 or 63. I can't remember the exact year. Well, later on, Garnett Mims, he introduced Howard Tate to a guy named Jerry Ragafoy. He was a producer, and he started recording Tate at Verve Records in the mid-60s, and they launched a stream of soul, blues, R&B records that were considered quite sophisticated. And one of them, and also probably one of the reasons why the song sounded sophisticated was that Ragafoy used crack, New York City session musician to play New York session. I'm so relieved to be making videos again, I can't even talk. Alright, let's take two. One of the reasons why Howard Tate's record sounded a little sophisticated was probably because Jerry Ragafoy used crack New York City session musicians to play on Howard Tate's recording sessions. And one of the guys who played on this record, jazz guitarist, legendary jazz session guitarist, his name was Eric Gale. This guy played on 500 albums. About 500 albums. Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, Paul Simon, Carly Simon. He's played Herbie Mann. Or was it Herbie Hancock? I think it was Herbie Mann, and maybe Quincy Jones. He's played on a lot of albums. Eric Gale, he plays on this record by Howard Tate, rather. Howard Tate. Oh, Howard Tate also wrote a song for Janis Joplin. It was a song called "Get It While You Can." Get It While You Can. That was on the Pearl album by Janis Joplin. Well, here is Howard Tate, who passed away about 4 years ago. He was 72 years old. And it's Look at Granny Run Run, which went to number 12 on Soul, went to number 67 on Billboard's Hot 100. But I tell you what, it should have been bigger. Should have been a little bigger than that. Hey, if I was running a top 40 radio station in 1966, I'd probably have this song in medium rotation. Eventually graduated to hot rotation. But hey, that's Mr. DJ. That's Mr. DJ in a parallel universe, not this universe. Yes. All right, Howard Tate, Look at Granny Run Run. Billboard's Hot 100, December 31st, 1966.